leaders' minds and things. I'd like to speak a little bit about The West Wing.
Okay.
Really one of the great movies. As we were speaking earlier, I watched it in South Africa just post the Mandela presidency, and I was hooked on the show. And like many people, I wished that all presidents were a bit more like Mandela and a bit more like Jay Bartlett. I think they really created a sense of hope and change. It's incredible for a TV series to be that inspiring. And I read an article in Vanity Fair some time ago about a generation of politicos who became involved in politics because they devoured the West Wing as teenagers. They're referred to as West Wing babies. And I want to ask, do you think that the West Wing has had any meaningful or long-reaching influence on American politics? And do you yourself encourage young people to get involved in mainstream politics these days?
Well, you know, I can't say for sure that we had any influence at all on young people's choice or political involvement at all. For my own part, I'm not, I'm a registered Democrat, I'm a very liberal Democrat, and I vote, and I've worked for any number of candidates, including Mr. Obama and Mr. Clinton, as well as Mr. Gore. In all those campaigns, I was very active. But I don't think change really starts at the top. I think that the real leadership was like, you know, Mandela, Gandhi, Reverend King, Bobby Kennedy, those people who started grassroots movement, who went through a great deal of sacrifice and suffering and paid a heavy price, and that they were able to transcend their suffering into leadership, and a change happened because Mandela, you know, his credibility was unquestionable. I mean, his sacrifice was so obvious, and he could have made a choice that would have been disastrous for South Africa if he had decided to go for revenge or anything shy of healing. And that's really what's important, is for people to get involved on the grassroots level, because they are the ones most affected by, you know, the poor suffer ways that the people at the top can't even imagine, and you know, minorities suffer in ways that the majorities cannot possibly understand, and when people who have suffered transcend the suffering and come on the scene and offer change, it's for real. It has a lasting effect. And so, as I say, I would support a political candidate who has a platform, but I don't really think much change occurs from the top. I think it really starts at the bottom.